last minute.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another Web Tools TV episode. And today we have Abby Hartz from GetResponse. Welcome, Abby.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
I was like, do I sound too excited? I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah, I know. I'm so happy to be back. It's summer. It has been several months.
Yes, it has. I think it's been a while, but wow, you are one busy lady. I was just talking to a friend of mine, Phil Turner, in Ireland, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm having someone from GetResponse." I said, "Is it Abby?" For a Twitter chat.
I know, that's crazy. We're doing it from all over. I didn't realize he was in Ireland. That's cool. He's up late for the Twitter chat then, for sure.
Yes. I think his Twitter chat specializes in email themes and topics and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that
too
was
early
fun.
for me.
Right. Yeah, the time zones for you guys are totally opposite. Yeah.
It's 8 a.m., but it's like, oh, I just don't feel like rolling out for a Twitter
That's
chat.
tough to be that ready to go, at that time. I think it was like 11 a.m. for me, so I had no excuse. It was time to be ready.
Because you're on the East Coast, aren't you?
I'm actually in Arkansas. I'm in Central Time. So yeah.
Okay.
Pretty good, easy time to work with people all over the country and the world, since we're headquartered in Poland, 7 hours ahead of my time here. So there's still plenty of time in the day for me to get to work with everyone, regardless of where they are, which is nice.
Now, didn't you used to be in Poland? Like the last time I talked to you, weren't you just moving?
Yeah, I'd just been back a couple of weeks, I think, when we spoke. I lived in Poland for close to 3 years, and that's where I got connected with GetResponse, which was wonderful. And then, things change in your life, so it was time to return back to Arkansas, but I got to still keep working for GetResponse from home. I'm the sole person, of course, in Arkansas. It's not really a hub of marketing or, big things going on, but it's cool.
Wow. And since the theme of this is the team behind the brand, so it's a team behind GetResponse. And, I looked at the team page. There are like a lot of people in GetResponse in the company.
It's exploded. I mean, I think there's like over 200 people now. And when I started, I think it was just barely at 100 people. I mean, it's just I'm getting emails every 15th and 1st of the month of, new people that we're hiring for IT, for marketing, for support always, because we've got 24/7 support. So we need a lot of people, to be covering that. And so it's just exploding. The customers are growing. So that means the team is growing. And it's nice because it's big, but it still feels like a small company. Like I recognize I got to go back to Poland to visit a couple of months ago for a couple of weeks to do some work with the team. And it was wonderful to be back. Everyone knows each other, and it's really a personable place. I miss it a lot. So
like one big family.
Yeah, it really is. Within different departments, we have to work together a lot and do a whole lot of different, collaborative projects. It's not really you're stuck in your own little world. And so it's really a neat experience to experience that in Poland. I never knew anything about working abroad, and it's totally normal. Everyone's just people doing the best, and so it's cool.
So you must do a lot of like virtualization. Do you use Skype a lot and things like that to work with a team?
Yeah, Skype is huge, definitely. I have like a weekly catch-up meeting with the manager of the marketing department, so we can keep up to date. And GetResponse also has this sister product called Click Meeting, and so we also do things like that, like webinars. And sometimes if we're like collaborating on something, we'll use our own little sister product, Click Meeting. So yeah, the internet is everything to all of us, but I really need everything with the internet to be able to do every aspect of my job. So
wow, I didn't realize that Click Meeting was a sister product. Isn't there Click Webinar too or something?
Click Meeting, I guess, is like the general brand name, and Click Webinars because you can also host webinars. So yeah, we're under one kind of parent company. GetResponse is, of course, our main product, and then we also do have Click Meeting.
Wow, I didn't know that. I thought those two separate brands. No wonder you have 200 people.
yeah, there's some Click Meeting guys in there too that are working on that product as well. So yeah, it's pretty neat. We've got these, quite different products, but they come together sometimes. A lot of, I think, email marketing people are in internet marketing or doing webinars, and hangouts and stuff like this. And so it comes in handy. So GetResponse is, our main focus. That's really what we like to do and, focus on. But we do have this other little sister product, we could call it, I guess.
Very cool. So let's go back and talk about Abby.
Oh, okay.
Aren't you still, you seem like the face of GetResponse. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say, maybe that I'm giving you too much attention if GetResponse
Oh,
hears me saying this, but it's like the smiling face and and Abby.
yeah, it kind of was a natural occurrence when I began working there. I started doing some webinars just because they thought I might be a good fit, and I'd never done webinars before, and it just kind of was natural. It just kept going. I started doing more webinars, and then I started making some tutorial videos, and then I really got to get into this role of community specialist, which is something I love, which is basically what we're doing now. Is just getting out with the community of internet and email marketers and just talking about the product, and that's what I do. That's my whole everyday life is talking about GetResponse and explaining it and everything. So it was just kind of natural. It just randomly, they asked if I might want to try a webinar, and it just took off from there. And I love it. It's really fun.
Because aren't you still, you're like on every page at the bottom. It's been a little while since I looked, but it seemed like, what were you, the middle picture? Or?
Yeah, I think on the free trials, toward the bottom of a dashboard, there is an option to join my Thursday webinars called Email Marketing Success, kind of like an introduction to GetResponse and some basics of email marketing. And so they had my picture down there. So you could see me and see what I look like, I guess, and sign up for my webinar. It's every Thursday.
And you're so cute, so I'm sure that people are like, oh, I want you exude warmth.
Yeah, I try to just be really personable and natural and human. No one likes to talk to a stiff,
right.
nervous robot or something. So that comes with time too. When I first started, in front of the camera, I was so nervous and really stiff and awkward. And but I've seen with everybody, when you just kind of calm down and have fun, people enjoy listening to you, or maybe a little bit more than they might. So
that's great advice right there. Just that, have fun with it. Because I think even when we did the last social cafe, we had a couple setup calls, and I was just thinking, you've even improved since then. Not that there was room for improvement or anything, but
yeah, well, it's just nice to be natural and relaxed, and I'm working from my home, and so it's actually nice to talk to someone instead of my dog, or I don't know if I should admit it, but maybe I should have. We actually have a pet squirrel, and so I also can talk to.
Oh man, I'm like, can we see?
She's in the other room. Maybe I could upload a picture sometime, or somehow send you one so you can see it. So
how does that work? Do you capture a squirrel from outside?
No, my husband saw her on the ground after a big storm. She was only like 2 days old, and she was on the driveway, and she's like, what is this thing? And so he picked it up, and we had to look online. What is this thing? And it was just like a infant squirrel. And so we just raised it and saved it. And it's been, I guess we got her in October, about the last time you and I spoke. And so she's still here. She's like a weird cat, kind of.
Wow. I used to try to capture, I grew up in Minnesota. I used to try to capture chipmunks or squirrels, or this would date me, but what is it? Grizzly Adams reruns where you watch and save the animals. And then I captured a bluebird. It's a bluebird DJ, and accidentally killed it.
It's tough.
So it's like, okay, I'm not cut out.
It's risky. I was prepared for her not to make it, but so anyway, so I share my days with a dog and a squirrel and the internet doing GetResponse community, management. So it's pretty cool.
I was just going to ask you, what is a day in the life of Abby?
It's so different. That's the interesting part, because I spent, 3 years working in the office in a traditional, atmosphere, going to work at 8 and getting off at 5. And, but then I moved back to Arkansas, and it has just been a complete not 360, 180, of course, just complete opposite. So I usually get up about 6 a.m. so I can maximize my time with the Poland office and just start emailing, from pajamas, of course. And I get going. It's the kind of the beauty of working from home, is you don't have to spend time getting ready and commuting. You just open your laptop and you're at work. So that's pretty cool. So I can really maximize my emailing time with my team while they're still in the office. And then once that slows down, I actually do make an attempt to get ready, as they say. So if someone knocks on the door, I can actually answer it,
Yeah, that's important.
Exactly. And then I usually spend the afternoon doing my recordings. I get my little microphone out and start doing some tutorials or some webinar preps or writing scripts, letting the dog out, feeding the squirrel a pecan,
Is that the squirrel's name?
Her name is Minya.
Minya, okay.
Minya. It's the son of Godzilla, but she's a girl. But
Okay.
my
That's
husband's a
cute.
big Godzilla fan, so he thought she looked like a monster when he found her. So
Minya sounds like a girl.
Minya, yeah, I thought so too. So yeah, it's pretty varied because some days I'll go work from a coffee shop, or even I can travel. I'll travel. I was in Charleston, South Carolina last week, and I'm working from a hotel room because my husband had a conference there. So it's really neat. This work from home life, is pretty interesting, but it's also a little isolating too. So I have to work hard on getting out there and talking to people, and I'm trying to volunteer to animal shelter pretty soon. So it's good to maximize my human contact because some days you don't talk to anyone, in real life. So, but it's awesome. I cannot complain at all. It's a very neat situation.
Well, and not getting out isn't psychologically healthy over time. I mean, you hear stories of people that, they just start to not get out, and then more and more they're not getting out, and pretty
Yeah,
soon they're a hermit, and it's like, what happened to them?
it's
But it sounds like
dangerous.
it's very varied, very varied, very varied.
It is. It's dangerous. You could get, especially winter time here. It was a struggle because everything's just slower and nothing's much going on. But now that it's summer, it's a lot easier to really get yourself out and get outside. The sun's shining, go for a walk or something. So, but the winter stuff, we all have to fight the winter blues in our own ways. And then being stuck inside your house for 24 hours is not the best.
Unless you're in LA, and then it's like,
Exactly. Yes. We should all probably move to California.
there you go.
Then it wouldn't be so great, I guess. So.
Yeah, probably not. I remember seeing Santa Claus sitting on like green grass, and I thought, that's not quite like, it was a little plastic Santa Claus with plastic snow, and I'm like, something's wrong with this picture.
Yeah. I could get used to that for a couple times. I think.
Yeah,
A couple winters would be nice like that.
Exactly. So you were telling me about like all these, I mean, here in the interview, but also I think in an email you mentioned like this crazy schedule with all the, was it interviews or recordings, or I don't know what it was, but when you said like how many you were doing per day for several weeks, I thought, oh my word, I would pull my hair out.
It's a lot. It's a lot. We have a something called like GetResponse University. We try to offer lots of courses, and one of them is a list building program. And I believe there's a total of 118 videos. And so I was doing audio for those. And so, they're anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes. So my voice was tired. I was talking a lot during those days, but only to myself. So that was big, but we've got that project done, the list building program. It should almost be updated. And there's just always new launches right now because, sometimes we're focused in the fall with going to events and kind of marketing and promoting that way. In the summer, like now, we're really in overdrive launching big new features and stuff like that. So all the promotion and things that come with that are behind the scenes now that we're excited to launch, but it makes for very busy days for sure.
Wow. Like, okay, in the theme of the, the team behind GetResponse, where does this come from? Is this like the CEO never sleeps and just the team where these ideas?
I don't think he sleeps much. He runs marathons. He just ran a marathon in the North Pole a couple of months ago. Yeah, I think it was a little cold, but he finished it. So yeah, he's an incredibly, dynamic, active guy. So I don't think he sleeps a lot. He's running and thinking about GetResponse all the time. And we've just got an incredible IT team. Poland is an incredible source for IT. I mean, they're booming right now with people graduating from technical schools with a ton of technical experience. There's a lot of really talented, professional, innovative developers that GetResponse has. And so I think it's Simon, certainly our CEO. We've got a wonderful, marketing director, and just the entire board of GetResponse is, everyone's not young. I mean, like young, but just like young at heart, young in mind, like not static. Everyone's looking to move forward and is really like fast paced and looking for what's next. We're never just not working on something new or not about to launch an updated feature, or a complete overhaul of a feature. There's, since I've been there for 3 years, always something different coming, so that takes all of your time to prep, to make new tutorials, to, make the PDFs and do all the things that go into it, not even to mention the developing and all those things those guys do behind the scenes.
Wow. And I know every time that we've chatted, which it's not like we chat every day, but it's, and, catch up, and it's like, oh my goodness, you're doing something new. You're doing something more. You're doing another launch, it's like, just like moving forward.
It's good. You've got to really. Everything's changing on the internet and with email constantly, and people are needing more things differently. Mobile, is even more important than it was a year ago, I'd say, as far as emailing goes, and everyone optimizing for that. And so you really can't sit still or you'll just get left behind. Everyone will just notice how behind and old and dated your stuff looks. And that's what no one wants that. And so that's the neat part about really working with GetResponse, because I could not be happier. I really feel like I lucked into this, moving to Poland 3 years ago and finding such a cool company. And it's just awesome. Everyone's just happy to be there. It's not like normal cubicle office you go into and it's totally depressing. It's really vibrant. It's fun.
You can tell that you're not paid to say that. You can tell looking at your face. Looking at Abby's eyes, you can tell that she actually really.
It is true. It is true. A lot of my friends are kind of envious of my job, not only because I work from home and can travel a little bit. It's just because it's actually a good job. And a lot of people, unfortunately, their first few years out of college are kind of, not in the best situation. They have to take some kind of not so great jobs to get ahead and to move forward and get some experience. But that was very luckily not the case for me. So very lucky.
And I like the plug that you gave for Poland, because I wasn't aware of that. I mean, other than GetResponse, you hear about, Israel, and I just talked to someone from Tel Aviv, and, all this technology coming out of Israel. And of course, here in America, we become like egotistical, like, no, I should speak to everybody, but it's like, oh, other countries exist.
Exactly.
So it's good to hear that, because definitely it is not all about America. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but it's totally true. America is wonderful. We've got, tons of, I think most of our customers are in the US. So, we need that. But Poland is wonderful. They're really a true talent. A lot of people with, really some serious development talent and IT talent coming out of Poland and the universities. And so it's really cool. I'm glad to be able to mention Poland, because I didn't know much about it before I moved there. And it's wonderful. It's a wonderful country. Highly recommended for anyone going to Europe to visit. Do not skip Poland, because people forget. They go to Germany or France, which are great, but Poland should definitely be on everyone's list. It's beautiful, affordable. It's great.
I'll put it on my next list. Right now.
For sure. If you make it over to Europe, just hop over there. It's easy. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so before we end our interview, I'm sad that it's already our time, but I call the shots, so I'll extend it by a few minutes. But I can't believe anyone out there has not heard of GetResponse, but just in case, we want to make sure we include all of our viewers. So maybe like a 15-second elevator pitch, which I don't know how you'd fit that in 15 seconds, considering all of the things GetResponse, but maybe the email marketing.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You can time me. Well, yeah, basically GetResponse is something we're kind of calling the world's easiest email marketing. And it's basically kind of marketing automation all in one. So you're going to be able to launch, all in one email marketing campaigns under one roof. Landing pages, newsletters, autoresponders, complete email analytics, mobile optimization. It's all there.
Cool. And I'm a customer, I will say. Although I'm naughty and I didn't finish the university thing that I signed up for.
Okay. Yeah, it's extensive, so it can take some time.
But it's there. So when you're ready, I'm ready, we can go.
Once you Abby. Ideas, it's there. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, Deborah. And
people can find you at getresponse.com.
Yeah, getresponse.com. I'm, looking at our Twitter page every day. If you see AH by any responses, that's me. So find GetResponse on Twitter, on Facebook. I'm there all day, every day. I have my own Twitter, but it's a little dormant. I wouldn't recommend going. I'm focusing all of my Twitter, activities on our GetResponse Twitter. So I'll see you there for sure and be writing back to you. So that'd be great.
Very cool. Well, thank you for joining us. And guys, definitely tune in for the Social Cafe when we feature GetResponse and Abby Hartz. And we will be talking a little bit more about the GetResponse part of it. So you'll learn some more. So check socialcafechat.com and check the calendar and tune in on the next one. Otherwise, we will see all of you same time, same place next week on Web Tools TV.
Thank you. Thanks.